is a shopping website that mainly focuses on women attires, but there are also other products such as accessories, shoes, bags, men attires, and other fashion items. They started their operation since 2012 and made everyone can enjoy the beauty of fashions as their motto for their business. SHEIN covers almost 160 countries around the world. Therefore, their warehouse system had been improved from time to time. For instance, when it comes to stocking, distribution, sorting, packaging, etc., SHEIN company will establish a well-organized warehouse that performs an efficient system that can save time and cost. In the past 10 years, they had grown from small storehouse to a warehouse of over 10,000 square meters.
SHA stands for Secure Hash Algorithm, which is used for hashing data and certificate files. SHA is a popular cryptographic hash algorithm that creates digital signatures where it verifies the integrity of data. The algorithm was designed to operate with the US Digital Signature Standard (DSA). SHA is a modified version of MD5. The resulting digital signature is unique too, as it depends on the hash that's generated out of the data. A hashing algorithm shortens the input data into a smaller form that cannot be understood by using bitwise operations, modular additions, and compression functions. SHA works by transforming the data using a hash function, an algorithm that consists of bitwise operation, modular additions, and compression functions. The hash function then produces a fixed size string that looks nothing like the original. These algorithms are designed to be one-way functions, meaning that once they are transformed into their respective hash values, it's virtually impossible to transform them back into the original data. A common application of SHA is to encrypting passwords, as the server side only needs to keep track of a specific user's hash value rather than the actual password. This is helpful in case an attacker hacks the database, as they will only find the hash functions and not the actual passwords. So, if they were to input the hash value as a password, the hash function will convert it into another string and subsequently deny access. SHAs are also used to detect the tampering of data by attackers, where if a text file is slightly changed and barely noticeable, the modified file's hash value will be different than the original file's hash value, and the tampering will be rather noticeable. SHEIN online store application or website uses SHA to protect their users' login passwords or payment-related passwords. SHEIN encrypt their users' passwords so that only authorized users can access the website, except for users those accessed as guests. In this case, no intruders can access other users' details. Users will feel safe and protected to use the application to do their shopping even while the process of payment. SHEIN allows their users to make payment only if they sign in or log in into the page. This is why it is called as Secure Checkout. The flowchart of SHA. SHA has its own significant bits where it transforms from the counterlet. If there is a significant bits, then it must be secure. So we'll encrypt it with key generation along with key scheming, where SHA-256 hash the transformation. When encryption 1 is done, then it will separate into two flows, which is merge vector and spread to 2D. Merge vector encrypts to cipher bit string. Else if there is no significant bits, then it will flows to adaptive thresholding. Then it will ends up with merge vector and encrypts to cipher bit string.
RSA algorithm is asymmetric cryptography. Asymmetry actually means that it works on two different keys, public key and private key. As the name describes, that the public key is given to everyone and private key is kept private. RSA stands for reverse Shamir Edelman. In this algorithm, a code is added to the normal message for security purpose. The algorithm is based on the factorization of large number. Large numbers cannot be easily factorized, so breaking into the message for intruders is difficult. RSA use variable key size ranging from 512 bits to 1048 bits. However, a minimum key size of 124 bits should be maintained. Characteristic of RSA: it is a public key encryption technique. It is safe for exchange of data over internet. It maintains confidentiality of data. RSA has high tolerance as breaking into the keys by interceptors is very difficult. If sender want to convert plain text data, they must using public key, and if they want to using cheaper text, must use public key. When cheaper data convert to decrypt plaintext data must use private key. Then all the data must send to recipient. Working of RSA. It works on two keys, public key and private key. Public key is comprised of two numbers in which one number is the result of the product of two large prime numbers. This key is provided to all the user. While private key, it is derived from the two prime numbers involved in public key and it always remains private. The diagram above shows how RSA works. Let me show you how the encryption process of RSA in flowchart. Firstly, read the plaintext, then generate RSA keys, compress the data, read each of 470 bytes of data. The encryption is 0 using RSA functions. After that, we move to process is all data encrypt. If no, then looping execute. If yes, collect all encrypt data and encoding base 64. And the final is all data was encrypted.
Why SHEIN choosing SHA-256 and RSA for their system? We will talk about the advantage of SHA-256 and the advantage of RSA. First, SHA-256 is more secure and trusted because SHA-256 is an industry standard that is extensively utilized technology leaders and is trusted by key public sector bodies. 2. When employing SHA-256, there are 2,256 potential hash values, making it almost impossible for two separate documents to have the same hash value. 3. In contrast to certain private hashing algorithms, even tiny modification to the source data entirely affect the hash value. This is known as the avalanche effect. Next, we will talk about the advantage of RSA. First, it's safe and secure to transmitting confidential data. Second, cracking RSA algorithm is very difficult because it involves complex mathematics. And sharing public key to users is easy. RSA is stronger than any other symmetric key algorithm. And the advantage of the RSA algorithm in cryptography are authenticity and privacy. Use SHA-256 and RSA because it does not have any known weaknesses that render it unsafe, and it has not been broken unlike some other prominent hashing algorithm. With this, users can shop online safely without borrowing their personal data, lost and wrote by any hackers.
So now I will talk about disadvantages of SHA-256 and RSA. SHA-256, one of the disadvantages is SHA-256 not designed to hash password. So what is hash password means? Hash password is turn your password into a short string of letter or number using an encryption algorithm. So if a website is hacked, cyber criminals don't get access to your password. Instead, they just get access to the encrypted hash created by your password. So as we use SHEIN or SHEIN, cyber criminal can take all your sensitive information such as address, phone number, account number when they can access our password to get into our account. Next is RSA. There are a few disadvantages of RSA. First, RSA fails sometimes because for complete encryption, both symmetric and asymmetric encryption is required, and RSA uses symmetric encryption only. Next, it has slow data transfer due to large number involved, and it's required third party to verify the reliability of public key sometimes. So when we are using SHEIN, for example, we want to do a payment. Sometimes we cannot proceed the payment start because our server might be slow and make our payment stuck. So what we can do is sometimes we need to refresh back and so on.